What up, though? And welcome to Free for All Friday right here in Detroit Lions on the Pride. You know how the song goes. It's Friday, then hey, it's Saturday, Sunday. Well, it is Free for All Friday. Man, you know what we got to do. We got to get you caught up on all the Detroit Lions news and rumors right here on Detroit Lions on the Pride. Yo, home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And we get you ready for Jaguars, Lions, Sunday, 1 p.m. Ford Field. You know, you see it right behind Mike back there. It's going down. Two teams that are so evenly matched. The numbers are ridiculous. But it's, man, I got to bring in the crew before we get to all this stuff, man. Let's bring in the panel. First up, y'all know who she is. She is the queen of the proud. She got her locks flowing today. She got that mane just going wild today. It's Valerie Bordeaux. What's going on, queen?
Oh my God, can this week be over anytime soon? But anyway, it's kitty meow meow time. So let's get to it.
All right, let's get to it. All right, man. Y'all know him. Y'all see him up there, man. Y'all see him in all the action movies because he's the stunt double for my man, Jason Statham Jr. It's Anthony from Rhode Island, UK. What's going on, my guy?
Hey, you know, got to bring that star power in the Friday afternoons, don't you? So you know me, I always love to drop in and join you. So yeah, hope you're all doing well.
We appreciate it, brother, right here, man. And my man, y'all see him, man. He does an excellent job over there at Chat Sports and over on Lions Nation Unite. He writes, he sings, he does articles, he does videos, man. It's Mike Kimber. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Appreciate you getting me on here. Ready for Free for All Friday, baby. Let's get this thing going.
And I gotta shout out my guys, man. You know, they do the show with me Monday through Thursday. My man LL Cool Torrance, you know, he's working today. He got a holiday party coming up. So, you know, shout out to him, man. You know, yesterday was Thirsty Thursday. So, you know, go over there and check out his Instagram page. And then I gotta shout out my man because I'm wearing his gear today. Wolverine Lion. I'm rocking his gear today because guess what? Michigan is playing tomorrow for their second consecutive Big Ten championship. So we're going blue today, man. Wolverine Lion tomorrow night, 7:30 over there on Fox, man. Tune in if you're a Michigan fan. If you're not a Michigan fan, whatever. If you're a Michigan hater, tune in and watch the Wolverines do their thing tomorrow night versus Purdue. But we a Lions show here, so let's get into the content right quick, man. Because I wish you could have made it today. Because Luke G, I know he got some interesting thing to say about the questions we posted today. But how do you guys feel about the Lions headed into the last 6 weeks of the season? We'll go to you first, Mike. How do you feel about the Lions? What is your gut? Oh, he's here! I conjured him up. Hold on.
You conjured up.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the panel. We haven't talked to him in a minute. Y'all see him, man.
He just road jogged your entrance.
Shame. Don't love me like you do. It's my man Luke G of Luke G's Field Review. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on, family? It's been a minute, man. They've been tagging me up these holiday seasons, so they've been on my head.
Yeah, man. So I know I want to hear from you. I'm going to you first, damn it, because I want to hear what you got to say. We'll come back to you, Mike. How do you feel about the Lions headed into the last 6 weeks of the season?
I still feel good because if you look at the last 6 games, they should probably win about 4 or 5 of them, in all honesty. And if it's going to come down to key players, in my opinion, making plays and having impact. We can't have some of our key players, not making stats for the stat sheet. You got to get in that box score and get something going. So I think going into those 6 games, you're talking about 4 or 5 wins, and I can pretty much name the 4 or 5 wins. I mean, at this point, sorry, Vel, but Tim Boyle is your quarterback, so that should be a win, right?
The devil is a liar. I rebuke that statement.
I'm just listen. Tim Boyle about to take over for them Bears. Y'all gonna be the bad news Bears for real with Tim Boyle. I mean, God, Lee. I was so proud of the Bears for taking him.
Can I get some of whatever you're on? Can I get?
Listen, I tell you what. When the show ends, I'll pass you a little bit. A little sample. Nothing major, but a little something. The first one's always free.
Yeah.
puff pass over here.
But we should get about 4 or 5 wins out of that one. If we don't come out with 4 or 5 wins out of this last 6, it's a shame. But keep in mind, I'm also the same person who said that a 6-win season is unacceptable to me. And at that point, I would not want Dan Campbell to remain. So I'm standing by my view. They need to get at minimum 8 wins.
Okay. All right. So, in my response to when Tim Boyle signed with the Bears, I said, ding dong, Boyle's gone. So, all right, we had him back to Micro. All right, man. How do you feel about the Lions headed to the last weeks of the season?
You already know, first off, the Tim Boyle thing. I was freaking jumping for joy. That was one of the greatest things ever, and very happy about that. It looks very promising. The Lions, look, I had them 7-8 wins. I wanted them to get to 7 wins. I think anything below that would be unacceptable. And just like Luke said, I stand by that as well. I think they can win potentially 4 out of the 6. I do. Maybe they can win 5. I mean, they should. If you're able to keep up with the Buffalo Bills, you should be able to keep up with Jacksonville. You should be able to come close to Minnesota, who you nearly already beat. The Packers are in a downward slope. The Bears got Tim Boyle as their quarterback. I mean, there we go.
Bill mad as hell.
You don't think this is nonsense.
Look at Val's face.
But it is absolutely means nothing.
You got to see Val as soon as Mike said the Bears got Tim Boyle, Val's face chuckle like, you sons of bitches.
It's a curse. It's the Tim Boyle curse. So you're going to feel it.
I knew I was going to get all kinds of shit today, but you know what? Boyle means nothing with the Bears. He's only a cardboard cutout to replace Simeon, who's injured. That's it. He ain't even gonna see the field.
Well, I hope they start Boyle when we play him. They should start Tim Boyle so we can see his greatness in full fledged as he give us interception after interception.
That's what you wish for, Luke, because you know what? When the Bears got rid of Trubisky and Trubisky came back, he whooped the shit out of the Bears. So do you want Boyle to come back and beat your ass?
He's not.
Listen. Here's the thing. Boyles couldn't even beat himself. You should go check out his college stats. It was horrible. He is not nobody I'm afraid of. In fact, like Boyles is what you tell people when they feeling sick and need a good joke. You like, hey, so you over there dying? Yeah, hey, Tim Boyle.
When you can't beat yourself and you're a guy, there's a problem.
Here we go. Off the rails already.
Don't put that karma on you. Don't put that karma on you because God can do anything.
I'm not putting that. I'm putting that trash on me because that's what he is. Tim Boyles is hot garbage.
All right, let's get back. Y'all crazy. All right, Anthony, my man, holla at me. Tell me how you feeling about the Lions heading into the last 6 weeks of the season.
I'm feeling good about them heading into the last 6 weeks of the season. A month ago, our season looked as dead as Justin Fields will be by the end of this season. But, now there's life once more in this team. We're in December now. And we are, come on, Val, you're going to get him killed. He should not be playing this weekend, but you'll go kill him and that's fine because, we don't care. But he should be shut down. But we're in December. We still have meaningful football to play. We're fighting for second in the division. I know it doesn't sound much, but from where we've been, second is progress. I thought it was going to be second behind the Packers this year, but it was a bit of the Vikings. So, I'm very positive. The players are performing well. They're starting to learn how to win games. They're looking more confident. The coaching is looking better gradually as time goes by. They're getting all these mistakes out of the system. Seems everybody's sort of getting those errors out the system. They're starting to perform better. They're all looking a lot better than they have done previously. And we've got a decent schedule to round out the year now. We went toe-to-toe with the Bills. So, if you bring that same intensity and that same fight to every game you've got left on the schedule, you're going to win more than you're going to lose. So,
I believe that too.
I'm feeling very good heading into these last 6 weeks. I hope we can keep this momentum rolling.
And I will say this. You look at where we started, like the first 7 games of the season, where we were, it was just we were 1-6, and I'm like, it was just the toilet. And 4-7 isn't a great record, but 4-7 is better than where we've been in the last couple of seasons, obviously. But you can see that the team is trending up. You can see the effort's better, and you see we're getting healthier. Looking at the the injury report yesterday from the practice report. We only had 2 guys that was set out yesterday that did not practice. And you look at that from where we had been, that's progress. We're getting healthy, and we're getting healthy at the right time. We're getting key players back. You got Josh Pascal's coming back. You got a lot of players. You got Jonah Jackson and those guys, Penei Sewell coming back off an ankle injury. The only guys we had that were out were Julian Okwara and Evan Brown yesterday. And Val, you're going to lose that bet because he's coming.
No,
he's coming.
No,
he's coming.
No,
You are fighting it. You are fighting. You can fight it all you want to. That boy is
Easter.
That boy is on the. He is on the field.
I am not worried. God is on my side. Keep it up. God is on my side.
I can see it now. I can see it now, Curt. I can just see the. Soon as they go, and today on the starting lineup at quarterback is Tim Boyle, I can just see Velo like, damn it, just throwing stuff around.
The curse of Tim Boyle.
The curse of Tim Boyle. But I'll say this.
Look, it is pick on Val day. I get it.
I'm liking what I'm seeing heading down to the 6 weeks of the season. I think the Lions are turning the corner. They're heading in the right direction. And I didn't want him to be the problem, but damn it, he might have been the problem. After firing, I read this over there on Pride of Detroit. After firing Aubrey Pleasant, we went from like the 32nd ranked pass defense to like the middle of the pack, like 19. Like we went like
they got no correlation though. There's no correlation to Aubrey Pleasant's firing and the.
I don't know. It may not be. I hope not. I hope not. I hope he wasn't the problem. But damn it. The science is pointing to it. The science is pointing to it. It just is what it is.
Luke needs some glasses.
I feel you, man. Yeah,
he's seeing things. He's hallucinating.
Yeah, but I like what I'm seeing going down the stretch of the back stretch of the season. Val, what do you think as our resident Bears fan who has no like skin in the game with the Lions? What do you think?
Well, at the beginning, I was the only one here, by the way, who said that they would go have a playoff berth or have
you did. You are right. You are right.
So they had me questioning in the middle of the season. They had me questioning a bit, but I knew exactly that is because when everybody was crying about golf and all this other stuff, that it was a lot of the injuries. But if they could just get their stuff back together, they would be fine. And they're coming into the rest of it. They've got a very easy slide into the rest of the year. I only see maybe 2 or 3 games that might be good, that could go either way. You know, I don't see them beating I see them beating the Packers at the end of the year simply because the Packers are going to be giving up by then and don't care.
Yeah. Okay.
And so Minnesota, that could be a fight. That's the only real fight in the game, really, to be honest, because the Bears just are at the beginning.
That Jets game gonna be tough.
It should be tough.
That Jets game is gonna be tough. It all depends on who's playing quarterback. Is it Mike White? Yeah. If it's Zach Wilson, I don't think so. But I don't think he plays another down for the Jets this year.
No, I think they benched him for good, didn't they?
Well, they said, it was like a temporary, but he might be gone. But the way that Mike White played,
I heard was he was not our guy.
Yeah, he's that's sad because he's only a second-year player. But
that's my boy.
But their defense is stout. They got some weapons over there on the Jets. So they have a winning record, so they're not slouches. But if you look at like as far as our playoff chances, looking at the playoff standings and who's in the hunt, and like you look at the wild card positions as those 3 guys, those 3 teams from the NFC East, those guys still have a lot of division games to play with one another. So that at least 2 of those 3 teams are going to cancel each other out. And I think that the Lions can slide into that one of those last few positions.
For
I think at 9, I think the last spot might be at 9-18, and the Lions could be that.
I mean, and you figured it right now that the occupying the last 2 spots are the Giants and the
Commanders.
The Commanders, 2 teams we beat. So once they cancel each other out, and then on top of canceling each other out, they lose some more games, it's possible for them to still skip in there. The problem I have with getting into the playoffs is, how can I put it this way? I want to get to the playoffs, but the only issue I have with that is like I feel like every time we get to the playoffs, we don't never get to the playoffs with the key people that we need healthy, and that's what I want to see. I want to see us get to the playoffs, but have the key people healthy, because then that way I can fully measure where we are as a team.
I understand that. I feel what you're saying. Absolutely. I understand what you're saying. I believe that we have a lot to talk about today. But let's kind of get into some of the comments. We didn't get a chance to say good morning. And say
good morning. We've got, well, of course, all of our favorites are here. You know, Dan Spanos, Michael Hug, Brian Stover, all our good guys. We got a couple of new people that are in the chat. Big T and John IBN Lamont. You know, welcome to the Follow Nation. Let's see. Grandizer says, let's see. NFC North standings: Vikings 9-2, Lions 4-7, Packers 4-8, Bears 3-9. Tornado, good morning from Utah. I think the Lions are good, or show us something we haven't seen in a while. A merely complete team with options. Bring on Pascal and Boyle.
What about Boyle? Well, Josh Pascal's coming back to us, but I don't know about Tim Boyle. I don't want Tim Boyle to come. I don't want to bring him.
And then, of course, everybody else is picking up on me for the Boyle thing. But that's
yeah.
Did we lose Luke? Okay.
We lost Luke for a second. Maybe he'll be back. Maybe. All right. I don't know. We'll see.
I think Tony Blumenschan, I think the Lions always play down to their competition. I don't think those games are going to be pushovers. Go Lions. Let's see what we can do. I don't think they play down to their competition. I think they've had a lot of their own struggles.
Yeah.
You know, with injuries and all of that stuff. Michael Lide, this is cute. This is going to be a cardiac cats type of game. Get your aspirin ready.
Yeah, the big cats are playing. Jaguars, Lions, the big cats.
It's meow.
Yeah, they're definitely. And I wanted to hear Luke G's take on. Hopefully, we get him back here. Let's go to the next question, because I want to hear what he has to say about this next question, because he's been giving him shit all year. Give me your thoughts on Brad Holmes. Now that 5 players he's brought to Detroit are in their top 10 of their position in Pro Bowl voting this year. So Brad Holmes, his picks are kind of working out. You know, you got Kirby Joseph in there, you know what I'm saying? The draft pick. You got Deshaun Elliott, a free agent signing, 2 picks that are in the top 3 other picks that he made. Aiden Hutchinson, St. Brown, and Penei Sewell are all in the top 10 of the Pro Bowl voting for their positions. So you're looking at that. How do you think these Lions are progressing? What do you think? Thoughts on Brad Holmes? We'll go to you first, Anthony.
I've always been a fan of Brad Holmes. I think a lot of the moves he's made whilst he's here have been long-term moves, and I think a lot of people have been impatient, waiting for it to happen. Obviously, there's the Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford trade. We were always going to have to wait to see the benefits of that. And people crucified him. Oh, they've won a Super Bowl. We know this, yada, 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 yada. But you're seeing now what he's done. We've got the top pick this year. We're going to be in the top 5. And we don't even have to be in a position where we have to tank to do it. It was a brilliant piece of long-term vision from him in terms of the deal. He got everyone whinging, we should have had the Panthers pick. Oh, well, you'll go get a lot better player than what you would have got with the Panthers pick now. You've just had to wait for it. And it's the same with his players. And I know, yes, everyone knocks on them because they're injured players. I have said the same myself. I hate the fact that we sort of draft guys who have injuries and we got to wait for them, etc. It's been a pain to us, but there's a reason he drafts these sort of players. You see with Amon-Ra, with Penei, with all these guys, they have the right attitude for the team, but they also have the right skill level. They also have the right, really high ceilings as players, and the team seem to be able to develop them. So now you're getting them back. Pascal's back and playing well. Mitchell's starting to show up and starting to play well. The guys, the main guys he's drafted are developing really well. This is a case of you kind of had to wait a little bit. He had a screwed cap situation when he came here, which was awful. So he can't do anything flashy like the Jags did last year, go out and buy tons of free agent. But he's just been shrewd in his moves he's done and that. And it's all starting to come together now. You're starting to see the vision of what they have. Like Val said, now we're getting all the injured players back. The D-line looks better because we've got edge rushers, like actual multiple edge rushers. We've got interior guys who can bring the pressure, can win us a game. You're starting to see all these little pieces. And when Jameson comes back, it'll be the final piece of the puzzle, our deep threat that we have long waited for to make this offense even more potent than it's been so far. So we've had to wait and we've had to be patient, but, I think he's done really well in the circumstances. This offseason's a big one for him, for me. He's going to have some money. We've got 2 big draft picks that we're going to have again. And, this time next year, we'll be expecting playoffs, etc. It's going to be big, but I trust him. I really do trust him.
What you got, Mike?
I like some of the things he's done. Some of the things I question for sure. I don't mind the Aiden Hutchinson. I like to pick. That's who I thought it should be. The Joshua Pascal, still yet to see there. He's been injured quite a bit. Same with injury stuff there. Kirby Joseph, love the pick. Love he's bringing last year some good picks. Just like Ant-Man is saying, look, I'm going to criticize like the Levi and Uzuriques, and I'm going to compliment great picks like Amon-Ra St. Brown. This offseason is huge. You still got to secure that linebacker spot. Linebackers' lives do matter, and I want to see them fix that mug in the offseason for sure. But again, we got free agency and we got the draft. You have to assume they're going to address it. And then, look, I want them to get to 7-8 wins. If they can get there, they got the talent to do it. Great. Can't wait to see what they do in the offseason and make this a NFC North championship type of team after this season.
Now, don't get me wrong with the Pro Bowl. Before I get to Val, it's a popularity contest, but for me, it's the national notoriety of the players that we're getting for the Lions. You're getting some national notoriety. You look at what Romo was talking about on the national broadcast for the Thanksgiving game, and it was the highest rated Thanksgiving. It was the highest rated game for NFL on CBS all season at 31.6 million viewers on Sunday. That the Thanksgiving game was the highest rated. And the Lions didn't play bad. We played good. So you're looking at that, and you start to get some notoriety from the national media. People are starting to see what we see as Detroit Lions fans and Detroit Lions content creators. So everything's not what do you call that? Okie dokie, or saying it ain't all flowers and rainbows and crap. But I think we're headed in the right direction, and I like that he plays the long game. It's not he doesn't go for the quick fix. It's, I want to, and if you look at what he said, when he said he wanted to sustain success in Detroit, because you look at what's going on out in LA, they were a Super Bowl champion and now they're in the freaking shithouse this year. So, but they want to build a sustained team that has sustained success, and sometimes it doesn't come with getting the flashy stuff right away. And with the cap situation when he came in, it was definitely horrible. Bob Quinn didn't do us any favors. We all know that. Fatty Patty didn't do us any favors because Bob Quinn got the guys that he wanted. Overpaid guys that were second and third string from the Patriots to come and play in Detroit, and we were paying these big contracts to these guys, and we just put the next GM in a bad position. So he's doing the best of what he had. I know some people are going to question the things that moves he's made, but I think some of the moves are starting to pan out. And I think especially with the health of the team getting better, there is where you're going to see the long-term sustainable success that we want in Detroit is going to happen here in the next couple of years. So what you got, Val?
Okay. Everybody who knows me knows that I love strategy. I like to think like a GM. I like to study what GMs do. And here's the thing. I'm looking at this Pro Bowl thing, and I'm like, I'm dismissing the Pro Bowl thing on the fact that you can have a lot of Pro Bowl players and still not win shit. Okay, because I've seen a lot of teams do that shit. Okay, there's been a lot of Pro Bowlers that have never been on teams that don't do anything. My more concern is that you actually build this team the way it needs to be built. So there has been questions that I've kind of just I've questioned, and there's been decisions that I'm like, okay, this makes sense. So for me, the jury's still out for me yet in making a full decision on Brad Holmes and what he's doing until the free agency and the draft this year.
Okay, I feel you. All right, Luke G. I know you wanted to talk. I wanted to hear your thoughts on this because, I know that's your homie. You know what I'm saying? You hate Brad Holmes just as much as Mike hates Tim Boyle. So what you got? What you got on Brad Holmes now that 5 of the players that he's brought to Detroit have are leading or in the leading categories in their positions for the Pro Bowl voting?
Well, I don't hate Brad Holmes, but I do hold people accountable for things that they need to be held accountable for. And this fan base sometimes is like the most battle syndrome fan base I've ever seen in my life when it comes to things. We all didn't want players who were hurt. We all didn't want players who can come in and contribute right away. And we want to impact players. And when you go through and you look at that, we didn't have that. But I'm with Vail. Who cares about the effing Pro Bowl? Seriously. It's a fanfare that is literally decided by fans. Hell, I just voted like 5, maybe 20 times for James Houston. Like literally. So to me, the Pro Bowl don't even matter.
You could vote 100 times for Pee Wee Hermit and win the damn thing. So
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't care. Talk to me when we get all pros on the team. Talk to me when we're getting people who are fully recognized throughout the league in that regard. The Pro Bowl, I don't care about them being top 10. This fan base love and hate they players like anybody else. And you know, if anything else, we will vote our hearts galore to get our people on that list because we are underrepresented. But at the end of the day, it's a Pro Bowl. Who cares?
You know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. I voted several times for James Houston.
Thank you. See what I'm
saying? I did. I ain't gonna lie to you. I pressed that button several times. You know what I'm saying? So
it's the equivalent of Miss Universe. Okay, who cares? I mean, really, what good does it do to anything?
Yeah. So yeah. But all right. Get back. Yeah. I mean, but you know, I'm liking some of the players, how they're kind of coming along the back end of the season. I like then we're getting healthy and they're starting to produce. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, not really the Pro Bowl, but I'm looking for success on the field and not in the, you know, in the voting booth. But, you know, it is what it is. I just wanted to, you know, definitely have that question because I know that that my man Luke G was going to have an interesting thought process on that. But Val, I want to ask you this question. I'm in
trouble.
No. Well, what is up the ass of that NBC Chicago Bears reporter that requested the dumbest trade in the history of trades for the Lions and the Bears? If Brad Holmes do that, I would drive to Detroit and choke.
You know what? You know, Lions
what was the thought process before of that guy?
Look, here's the thing. Lions fans could go off on this guy, but yet y'all have Woodward Sports. Mm-hmm. Okay? It's the same shit. All they do is spout a whole bunch of nonsense for clout and clicks. Okay? That's it. That's all that was. It was all just, you know what? And anybody who listened to that garbage fell for it. Hello. This is why you don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. You know, is you. If you are all upset over that stuff, you are falling for
the tailpipe. I just wanted to know what he was thinking when I was like,
it's all just bait and click.
It's like he traded like everything for it.
It's all bait and click. It's all bait and click. It has you think anybody honestly believes that nonsense? Then you need to do your research. Like, you know, just do your research.
Okay, I feel you. I get what you're saying. So yeah, looking at that, I was just wondering because he had us trading what it was the Lions would get the 1st and the 4th from the Bears this year for the one spot. And we would give them our whole trades for the next 2 years. Like I can see it, like it was like 5
Lions,
like
Lions fans wanted to give up the farm for Malik Willis. So any difference?
No, we did not. No, we did not.
No, we would not.
Everybody.
No
one.
A
lot of people did. A lot of people did.
No,
you know what though? It was some people that were saying that. Malik
Willis, he's going to be the savior of the world. Woohoo!
I remember them conversations too, Val. I ain't gonna lie. I can't tell you how many times I had to fight off the Malik Willis conversation.
Don't put that evil on us. That's not us.
That was the dumbest. That was the dumbest.
Luke remembers. Like Pepperidge Farm, Luke remembers. We dealt with Malik Willis for months.
Yeah,
I know I did. It was to the point where
that was stupid.
It was to the point where I was exhausted but now looking back on it, if we was gonna take a player who couldn't help us anyway this damn year, we might as well took the quarterback and let him sit.
Yeah, no. Okay, moving on. Yeah, no.
Yeah, Jameson Williams will do more in one game than Willis has done all season.
Yep, I have to agree with that. I won't even. I don't put that even.
So is Jameson Williams playing this week?
It looks that way.
Yeah, at least trending like he is. Looking like he is. All right, let's get to the next question. All right. So, how should the Lions offense attack this Jacksonville defense? Because you're looking at what we did versus the Bills, and what our strengths are for this in this game, and what their strengths are. What do you think? We'll go to you first, Val. How should this Lions offense and Ben Johnson-led offense attack the Jacksonville defense?
What do I say 20 times in every Lions game in the chats? Run the damn ball!
I you know what? I disagree with you on this one.
Look,
go ahead. Finish
you
up.
disagreed with me last time, and you said, let's go pass and pass it. Look, the deep pass with golf does not freaking work.
Oh, no, I ain't talking about deep passing. No.
Maybe deep and dunk, maybe, okay? But no, run. No. You can, look, Jacksonville ain't all that. Come on, they're the two round. No, you can, come on. You can run if you can't run the ball on Jacksonville, go home.
No, Jacksonville has a stout run defense.
I don't care.
Jacksonville has a stout run defense. So
you might as well
I feel what you're
home.
saying.
I told them with the Bears go home. Run the ball.
Run the ball. Okay. Run the ball. And what else? That's it? Just run the ball?
Run the ball.
Forrest Gump. Run the ball.
Don't be playing deep pass with golf. Don't.
Okay.
All you have to do is just do whatever
you know what, though?
you want. Just don't deep pass.
At the end of this, I'm going to say something and that I noticed. All right, what you got, Anthony? How should this Lions offense attack this Jacksonville defense?
Well, I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with Val here. You passed the ball on them. Their secondary is awful. Absolutely. They're missing the only good guy they've got there. Shaquille
Tell me
Griffin,
how that works.
It is. Shaquille Griffin's injured. He's their only good secondary player. So what you do, you target that secondary. We've got Jameson coming back. We're going to have plenty of options to throw out down the field. But you need to run the ball a little, but you need to put it in a position where you give, put it in a short situation, let Goff air it out. You've got to pass the ball on these children.
Goff's going to be airing it out already.
They've invested. Hang on, he's got more passing yards than your fucking savior up front this year. So let's calm that one down a bit. Probably less interceptions than what Justin Fields has thrown.
Justin Fields got the record for rushing and shit. Okay, but
back. They throw the ball. They don't run it.
The ball. Baby starting droppy. You think Jamin Wilson's coming back? Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Right, so you've got to throw the ball on these guys. They have invested a lot in the defensive line. They've invested a shed load at linebacker. You've got Devin Lloyd in there. You've got Chad Moomer in there. Guys who specifically at college school were really good at defending the run. They've invested large amounts of money in that defensive line. It is a difficult line to break. So you have to throw it on them and you have to target that secondary. It is weak. It is like ours in a way. Youngsters and older guys who ain't really that. So for me, you've got to air it out a bit more this week.
Anthony,
obviously, we have to run the ball.
What is Goff's passing record when he passes it deep?
Right now, I don't have the stat on me right now.
We're not saying pass the ball deep. We're just saying pass the damn ball.
Pass the ball down the field. Because
again, I just can't believe that not only has Curt, Mike, or Anthony, not once when she made an argument, just simply respond with Tim Boyle. All you had to do is just say Tim Boyle. You say nothing. Listen, every time she says something that you go, hey, we go, no, Tim Boyle. Just remind her of Tim Boyle. You win. That's it.
Let's bring Maniac Tim into the panel. Welcome, Maniac Tim. See you a little late today, man. How you doing, man?
I'm fighting a cold, so that's why I'm late.
Okay, man. We're glad to have you in, man. We'll get back to you in a second. For me, I agree with you wholeheartedly, Anthony. You pass the ball. Their secondary is atrocious. You look at how they've been playing. They gave up 160 yards to Baltimore last week, but most of that was Lamar Jackson. You look at they have a very stout run defense, and it's bad. I mean, it's tough sledding in there. So I would agree. Pass the ball. You don't have to pass the ball down the field. Short to intermediate passes. That's what Goff's good at. Use play action, and you can definitely. I'm not saying abandon the run, Val. Don't get me. That's not what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You run and you set up for play action. But just to say run the ball, that's a tough assignment going against that Jacksonville front seven. That's all I'm saying.
Goff's got 1,000 more passing yards than your Superman. So yeah, he can do it. It's fine.
Jared Goff is top 10 in passing yards. He's at least he's
Tim
10
Boyles.
Top 15 in touchdowns. So, yeah.
You know how they throw a flag on the play, Curt? Yeah. You know they throw a flag on the play. They be like flag on the play. Every time she say something, just from the rest of the season, just Tim Boyle. That's how we gonna call flags on her. Tim Boyle.
TB12, Tim Boyle. All right, Mike. What you got? How did the Lions offense attack the Jacksonville defense?
On 3rd and 1, throw it to DJ Chark. That's exactly what you do on this offensive. When you're in 3rd and 1, throw it to DJ Chark along passing route. That's how you're gonna lose this game.
Mike will be here all week. You tipped your waitress on the way out because he's doing his stand-up routine right now. So
look, I do agree you got to pass the football in this game because the secondary is weak. The run defense is their best part of their team, and it's funny how you talk about their linebackers. Devin Lloyd. And you talk about
linebackers don't matter, Mike.
Every time you guys say these names, and it's funny, I get to watch them play on Sunday, and it's going to be really nice to see, by the way. But I think you do got to pass on this, but you can't abandon the run. And Val, you're 100% correct. There's no going deep on this bad boy.
No.
He's a top 10 quarterback for next.
And you know what, though? And before I get to my man Maniac, I noticed one thing. If you go back and watch the highlights of the early Jared Goff, especially when we played with Brandon Cooks, the guy could throw the ball down the field. I mean, he was flipping, he was zinging that thing down the field. I don't understand. I'm like, how is this the same guy? He was zipping the ball down the field. He had a lot of zipping
no more, bro. It looks like a freaking flaming duck.
You don't have any deep wide receivers.
He ripped the Buffalo Bills apart.
Yeah, I don't.
His Hail Mary pass of 40 yards.
Yeah, I don't understand. What that guy that I saw at the Rams is not the guy I see in Detroit. As far as arm strength.
I'm going to give Goff. Some credit here, though. He doesn't have a deep wide receiver. Chark is not a deep wide receiver. He's an intermediate. A lot of the other guys are intermediate to short pass wide receivers. Yeah. They're not deep. The only one that's on your team right now that could be one is Jameson Williams, who's on the sidelines running play. But that's it. You don't have anybody that's deep for him to throw to.
We'll see
with the 6 games with Jameson Williams. It's good to see this argument. But I agree with you, Chark. Man. Yeah. I said this a couple weeks ago. I'd take Tom Kennedy over Chark. People laughed at me. I'm still sticking with it, man.
Yeah. All right. We get the Maniac, man. Maniac, you know what I'm saying? I know you're fighting the cold, brother, but how would you, as Ben Johnson, you're the offensive coordinator, how would you attack the Jacksonville Jaguars defense?
Well, I definitely mix up the pass and the run, because if you're only running the ball or if you're only passing the ball, then you can concentrate on those things. But if you're doing the do threat thing, and I mean, I wish, if Jameson Williams is out there and actually playing, put him in there and throw it deep one time to him to see how it works.
Okay.
If he is there, and just now the timing might be off, because he's not, he'll have because Goff and him doesn't have the real game time play timing that will be set up in time. Wow, I'm lost in time. Excuse me. But yeah, I just want to see them actually, because with a strong defense that is against the run, let's just face it, our running backs ain't no Barry Sanders. They're good running backs in their own right, but the way the teams used to stop Barry Sanders would they just throw everybody in there, 8, 9, sometimes 10 men in the box and just shut that down. So you got to have that pass as a threat in order to open up the run.
Okay. So you're saying pass the run. I got you.
Yeah.
I feel what you're saying. Okay, I got what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down there, Maniac Tim. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who Maniac Tim is, man. If y'all don't know, man, he's the co-creator of Detroit Lions on the Prowl, man. He is our resident crazy man. So I can't wait to get to the picks because you know it's always going to be something crazy with the Maniac in the building. All right, so I have a question posed from one of our regular weekday co-hosts. He says, if the Lions end up with the number 16 pick, which is the first round, would you trade that pick for Jalen Ramsey?
No. Hell no. Why? Who asked that question?
LL asked
Arrest him. Arrest him. Why?
Huh?
Why would listen? Hold on. Listen, hold on. Wait.
I'm asking the question.
Let's make sense of this, people. Let's make sense of this, people.
Don't use this.
Okay.
Don't shoot the messenger.
let's make sense of this, people. If Brad, I want y'all to be clear with me. If Brad Holmes does anything like that, fire him immediately. Because you can't on one hand tell me, I'm not trying to be funny like this. Like Jalen Ramsey is a good player, but when I watch Jalen Ramsey, I don't see this shutdown corner that everybody keep talking about. I don't see that guy. And you're going to give up the 16th overall pick. You might as well get a rookie and just and wing it. But Jalen Ramsey hasn't even. I'm back. I'm good.
I think corner, man. If you want to go corner, it is deep in this draft.
Yeah, this is
a great corner draft class.
I just don't shoot the question. Don't shoot the message. Damn it! I just asked the question.
We do this every time. We just want the name. We just want, like I'm saying, listen to everybody talk about golf. Can he throw the ball deep? And Jameson Williams throw the ball. Why everybody? Why do we do this where we act as if though that our players are going to come in and they're going to do something that's so spectacular? Jameson Williams is not Calvin Johnson. Relax, people. Most of his passes, from what I can see, was short, and he took them away. Great, right? But let's calm down a little bit. And now we're talking about trading the 16th pick for a cornerback who's more likely on the decline than upside. Right. Why?
I agree with you. Because to me, I would not make that trade. I would not make that trade for a guy who's 8. Now, I would say this. I think Jalen Ramsey is on his way to transition to safety. I think that's where he is in his career. He's going to be the next year or so. He's kind of got that Charles Woodson type of feel where his game is kind of start transitioning towards playing safety. So that's where he is in his career. I don't think he's going to stay on the outside too much longer. He's getting up there in age. I think he's transitioning to a safety. I just wanted to ask the question. Someone asked the question. Don't shoot the freaking messenger. I'm not saying it.
I'm sorry, Curt. I was waiting for Curt. I honestly thought you was going to ask me the same question you asked everybody about how did they win in the offense. And then when you came with that one, I went, who in the hell asked that question?
No, it was LL, man. All right, Luke G. How would you attack the Jacksonville defense? As the
you gotta this got to be the most balanced game you play the entire time. It needs to be an even split between run and pass. Mm-hmm. And I say that to say this. I know that there's all this talk about they had this great run defense or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know, that's cool. But that's because they never had to really slam into two running backs back to back. And I feel like you got to still run the ball in that regard. But on the other hand of it, you can't get Jameson Williams back if he comes back this game. We'll see. All right. Because, you know, everybody say he was ahead of schedule, but, you know, whatever. You know, you got to keep a real balanced game, and you got to be able to come out and make these passes, these short to intermediate passes count. Because I don't think that this is a game that you can come out and be one-dimensional in. The moment you become one-dimensional, you know, you're talking about Doug Peterson, he would take advantage of that. He would take advantage. That's how they won a Super Bowl. He got them down to be one-dimensional. I'm like, oh, great. Now we know what they're going to do. Right into our hands. So you have to run the ball, and you have to pass, and you need to keep a balanced attack. And if you don't, we're probably going to be pissed off come Monday.
Yeah, I'm with Tim. I think you pass to run it. You open up that box. Well, when you get those safeties out down in the toward the line of scrimmage by passing the ball, and then you can throw underneath, and you get those guys up to run the ball, and you can just toss the ball right over the doggone heads. All right, let's get to some of the comments. Val, I know they got a whole bunch to say. We haven't heard from the comment section today for a lot.
Oh, okay. Let me go back up here and see what's going on with at least the ones that we were talking about. With as far as the game, wait. I gotta. This just one caught my eye real quick. If the NBC reporter thinks the Lions will make that trade, he has to make like Aerosmith and Dream On. That was.
I
have to put that one in there.
Aerosmith song. That's a great Aerosmith song.
Yeah, and Michael.
Was that NBC one the 7 picks, the 7-pick trade or something like that?
It was bananas.
That was the Bears one.
It was like they gave.
Oh yeah, where we basically saying like we send them like 7 picks. We send them the first. So we move up from 3. We move up from 3 to 2. We send them our first this year from 3. Our first at 16. And we send them a first for next year and 2. Yeah, it was like 7 total picks. Yeah, they've lost their mind.
Mm-hmm.
They're ever loving mind. Hey Val. Tim Boyle. Okay.
Just call him Boyle. He doesn't deserve the name Tim. Just call him Boyle.
It's that Timmy juice. We got the Timmy.
No. There you go again.
We go with that.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, that can be for your team, your Timmy juice.
Yeah.
But
Timmy juice and the Bears. No, never mind. Anyhow, Dan Campbell, you said it's his call on whether Jameson or Aquara play versus Jags. I was hearing he needs more reps, but I don't know what the holdup is. He ain't got no meat on his bones, from what I'm hearing. So he needs more meat on his bones, is what I'm hearing. Right, Curt?
Oh, he's gained some weight. You look at him when he got drafted. As far as his upper body is concerned, he's bigger. They put some weight on him. Legs, it's kind of hard to put, like especially on receivers. It's kind of hard to put weight on legs, and you want to maintain their speed. So I'm thinking more often than not. You look at how he's been progressing in the practices. Something in me tell me I don't say he's gonna start or play the whole game. I'm just saying I think he'll be back. He'll in a limited role this week. That
Bears cap is gonna look mighty good.
But you said the whole season, so he's gonna play. Yeah, Tim Boyle. All right, Detroit Lions versus Jacksonville Jaguars. History: the two teams have met each other 7 times. The Lions winning 4 games, and then the Jaguars winning 3. Detroit leads the series 4-3. Hopefully it'll be 5-3 by the end of this game. Grand Zero. Thank you, man. Appreciate you out there on the West Coast, man. You know what I'm saying? Have some coffee with your dessert, man. We ain't got it today, but you know.
Oh, Michael Huck has a question for you. What cap is Curt wearing today?
This is the 2022 sideline cap. It is the home version. No, you mean the road version. This is the road one. This is the this one, and then I have the black one too. So cool. This is the 2022 sideline
I like the
caps.
Black one better.
Yeah, but I wore it because it matches the team. It matches the Wolverine shirt that I'm wearing today. Okay. Hey, Luke.
I'm here.
Hey, you know what? Something's happening tomorrow night. That's kind of. Tomorrow night is kind of important. That Mel Tucker hasn't done yet. Wait a minute. Let's play for a Big Ten championship, baby. Okay.
I knew it was
audacity.
Yeah. You knew it was coming, dog. You knew it was coming. All right. That's what.
Listen, man. Listen. Whether y'all know it or not, when they went against Ohio State, I rooted for Michigan because I root for this state. But make no mistakes about it. Enjoy y'all short-lived success. Mm-hmm. Okay, enjoy it. Okay. Because next year, Michigan State gonna step a mud hole and you gonna be silent. But since you have your fun now, drink it all up. But when they bounce back like an old man hairline, then you gonna understand why you should have just stayed quiet.
They came out with some chips for you that were salt flavored, but you know.
Yeah, salty tears.
All right, don't forget the Boyles. Okay, Tim Boyles.
Don't forget the ketchup.
We need to make sure y'all have see this cap. See the color of this cap. We need to make sure we get Mel Tucker some of those the pills that's this color because we keep hearing that he's coming. So, all righty, let's move on to the defensive side of the ball. All right, how does AG slow down Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars offense?
Pull out an RKO.
Not the RKO. Hey, Hutch did it against the Bears. Hutch did it against the Bears down on the goal line. So, Mike, how do you do that, man? How does AG slow down Trevor Lawrence and this Jacksonville defense.
Well,
I mean,
give you
Jacksonville
breaking news.
offense.
Travis Etienne is playing in this game. He's good to go. Just came out.
Yep.
They got the 9th best rushing offense in the NFL, and their pass offense is really good. I think people underestimate them. They're very similar to the Lions offense in stats all across the board. Trevor Lawrence has done a really good job. So the best way for AG to slow him down is to take a bat to Trevor Lawrence's leg.
He go with the Nancy Kerrigan treatment again, man.
Trevor Lawrence, mobile quarterback. It's going to be tough. I don't think we slow him down. I think this is going to be it's going to be a tough one. But again, if you're to do it, it's Aleem McNeil and the guys up front's got to stop the run game and not let Trevor Lawrence over the edges. Again, mobile quarterback, Lions Achilles heel. Stop letting him run. Stop letting him run. Stop letting him run. There you go.
Gotcha. All right. What you got, Luke G?
I had to laugh at this idea that we have to stop Trevor Lawrence. What the hell is going? No, listen. The game plan is simple, okay? The game plan is simple. You need to stop the run, a.k.a. Travis Etienne. Those running backs are going to be your problem. Those guys at the backfield are going to be your problem. They're going to dink and dunk our butts all the way down the field, and I can see it coming as they're setting up run plays. So we essentially got to have our guys get their name on the stat sheet. I can't have a week where our number 2 overall pick name is not coming up on stat sheet. I can't have that, okay? So at the end of the day, we need for our guys to make sure that they are maintaining gap discipline and our linebackers to make sure they maintain gap discipline and are filling those gaps and making tackles. And if you do that, the game plan is simple. Let Trevor Lawrence throw the ball. That's not a thing. Like if our cornerbacks are getting cooked by Marvin Jones Jr., we really in trouble. Like we really in trouble.
Well,
it's good offense.
The Jones,
really
Jones. I'm not worried about that Jones. I'm worried about Zay Jones. Is the one I'm worried about.
I'm not worried about him neither.
He's
14 targets, 11 receptions for 145 yards last game. Their offense has been really good. I've been watching them, and
but see, I think that was a game
give them credit for.
That was a trap game and a game that the Ravens came in and said easy win and got smacked in the face. We not coming into my easy win, get smacked in the face. That's why you got Dan Campbell in the media trying to praise them up like they're a good team. He wants the team to not take them light. But the problem is I think Travis Etienne coming back is more of a threat than anything. I'm not worried about them receivers. Them receivers ain't no.
They're ninth in the NFL. They're ninth in the NFL in total yards. They're 13th in passing.
They can be number 1 in the NFL in total yards.
+2 in turnovers and points per game. There's mid. They are pretty good offense. They're very similar lines.
I'm telling y'all right now, I don't expect for this game to be close at all. And I'm telling you this to be truthful. I am not impressed with what I see from the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I'm not worried about those receivers or that offense. Just saying.
We running on some time. Okay, what you got, Anthony?
Well, as the guys have kind of said, this is kind of very well-rounded offense, really. They've got a good running game. They've got good receivers. They don't have a standout wide receiver 1, but that's the danger. When you think, there's no wide receiver 1, they'll be fine, but they've got a little bit of everything. They've got a speed threat in Curt. They've got the technical route runner, Zay Jones. You've got a good receiving tight end there. And they all do their job well, and they all contribute in a team effort. They play more than the sum of the parts. And the thing is, they've got a young quarterback who is finding his confidence, finding his swag, getting better every week. He ain't getting sacked. He ain't turning the ball over. It's an offense that has to be respected. And I think, honestly, if you're Detroit, you have to, and I think Luke said it, you have to be disciplined in every phase of your defense. You have to defend against the run well. You've got to be tight on your coverages. You can't leave any easy gaps there because Trevor Lawrence, he doesn't run a lot, but he can run. That's one of his most dangerous assets. He always throws the ball. He's very poised, but he keeps it in the locker when he needs it. He's not like Fields and Lamar and all these guys who just go off running all the time. He will only keep it in a pocket for when you need. So you don't know when he's going to do it. That makes him really dangerous. So the defense, all told, just has to be really disciplined in all phases of the game. Because I don't think you can really stop it per se. They're really bad on third down. So if you can get them in those situations and get them off the field, fine. Try and win the time of possession battle with this one, but put points on the board on them because the Ravens had the ball for 6 more minutes than the Jags had. They still lost. So you got to put points on them. I'm kind of thinking our offense is our defense in this, in that it's going to score a lot of points and keep them away from us in that aspect. Because I think they're a good team, and I respect their quarterback, and I think he's damn good, and he's becoming the guy everyone thought he'd be. So sometimes you just got to take your lumps with them and hope you can score a bit more.
Okay, what you got, Val?
Well, since I'm going to be the smart ass,
All right, Tim Boyle.
Run the ball.
No. Since Hutchinson likes to overshoot it from the line, he should just run behind him, pull his blonde hair, and make him cry daddy. But anyhow.
Damn. Shouldn't even ask.
Shouldn't even ask.
No. Who's worried about Jay from Jay and Silent Bob? Really? Come on.
Okay. All right. Maniac Tim. We got to get
him. Donate his hair to this panel. That's what.
Yeah.
I need it.
Sunshine from Remember the Titans. All right. What you got? What you got, Maniac Tim?
AG needs to become Ben Johnson's best friend.
Okay.
In other words, you got to rely on our offense to really score a lot of points, like most of the panel's been saying. But the players themselves need to play a hell of a game as far as on defense and offense in order to beat this team, because they just gotta, they gotta be up and they got, the players need to take it on themselves to just go ahead and play the best game and go ahead and knock Trevor Lawrence on his ass, stop that damn running game of theirs, and make him beat us with the pass. But just go ahead and just play a hell of a game. The players do, because unfortunately, it's too late to pick up any damn linebackers that are good.
Okay. Of course it is, Maniac. The Tim Maniac breaking it down, being the wild man that he is. For me, I just say that you stop the run, you set the edge to make sure that Etienne and Lawrence can't get out of the pocket. You pressure him. If you pressure him enough, he will throw you one. So make him be more of a pressure him into throwing the ball. I wouldn't say, if you let him just sit in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So you have to pressure him to get him to throw the ball into non-advantageous throws for the Jaguars and the advantageous for the Lions. All right. We know what we got to do. Last question of the show, man, because we're running up on time. Who wins and what's the score? I got to go to the resident maniac himself. Tim, you up first. You always set the tone in the picks, man. What you got? Who wins and what's the score?
45-17 Lions.
45-17. God damn.
I'm always waiting for something.
What you got, Queen? I'm going to go to you next.
I'm not as up on the Kool-Aid as Tim, but I'm going 38.
Now the phone.
That was Tim's phone.
Oh, my phone. Is my phone vibrating?
He's got things vibrating over there. Oh, never mind.
Anyway, oh my God.
Tim Boyle.
38-24 Lions.
Good job, Anthony. Way to throw the flag on the play. Good job, Tim Boyle. That's right.
All right, what you got, Mike?
The Detroit Lions winning 27-21.
27-21 Lions. Anthony, what you got?
Packers 40, Bears 0. Oh wait, sorry, wrong one. Wrong one. Apologies. Lions 27, Jaguars 24.
Okay. What you got, Luke G?
What was the score from the Lions and Giants game?
Ooh, you had to ask that one. Let's see.
Right.
31-18, I thought.
Yeah, there it is. Right there. Repeat.
31-18.
Lock it in. Who's Mizada? Lock it up.
Okay. All right, so I'm going 28-24. That's what I went yesterday with my my game picks on the recorded show. So sticking with that, 28-24 Lions, and it'll be the Jacksonville trying to get back into the game. So that is our game picks. Time for final thoughts for today's show. We'll go to you first, Mike Kimber over there from Chat Sports and Lions Nation Unite. What you got, man?
Tim Boyle.
Tim Boyle. Here's your final thoughts.
Good flag, Mike.
Awesome flag. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. All right, Anthony, what you got?
Not great deal, really. Just I hope we win again this weekend. Hope we get back on the winning train. It was very nice to be on there. So yeah, go Lions. Hopefully we get the win this week, and hope everyone has a great weekend.
Okay, definitely. Maniac Tim, what you got?
Okay. Actually, I'm for my final thoughts. I'm going to answer the couple questions. Is did I miss? It was. I have faith in the Lions. I think they should win at least half their games that are left. All right. As long as they beat the rest of the NFC North, I'll be happy.
Okay.
All right. And I do have faith in Brad Holmes, but he better be that person that not only builds that team to be successful, but I also want him to be that person that will take us over the edge when we got a good enough team, but that will get us into the playoffs and be Super Bowl contenders. Because that's what all Lions fans want.
Definitely. Thank you, Maniac Tim. Appreciate it. Queen, what you got?
As far as the Lions, may the best kitty win, meow meow. And it's going to be FTG for me, and hopefully we can boil up Lambeau Field.
Yeah, man.
Sweet keep dreaming, Val.
Okay. All right. For me, thank you guys for joining us right here in Detroit Lions, probably your home for Detroit Lions newsroom. We appreciate you hanging out with us, getting you ready for the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Detroit Lions on Sunday. Go and hang out with us over on Lions Nation Unite, and then make sure you check out the Lioness Layer at 8 p.m. They recap all the action from the day in the NFL at 8 p.m. right here on our YouTube channel. So go check those guys out. It's always some good stuff with Lottie Leno, Douchebagia, and Queen. The ladies hold it down all the time.
Except we're girls. We're not guys, but we're girls.
Lioness Layer. It's unisex word. But check out the gals as they do their thing over on the Lioness Layer at 8 p.m. But we appreciate you hanging out with us. Enjoy your family this weekend and go blue in the big game tomorrow night versus the Purdue Boilermakers. Man, do y'all thing. Now, y'all know who I got to bring to the microphone, stepping into the pulpit. We got Reverend Dr. Brother Love. Luke G, go ahead, take us home with your final thoughts, brother.
Hey, man, this is so much fun. I hate that I missed all the other shows, but, hey, I was there listening in spirit. We're getting right to it. Today's positive quote comes from Lil Wayne. That's right. Weezy F Baby say the baby himself, Weezy. He says, real G's move in silence like lasagna. I want y'all to take that in. That might go over a few of y'all heads, but I want y'all to take that in. Some of y'all are just announcing y'all moves too much, and you're wondering why everybody is giving you negative feedback. See, when you start to make yourself up, you start to build yourself up, you start to become something greater, people are going to try to break you down, but they only can break you down because you are announcing every single move. Some of y'all need to say goodbye to social media because you don't know how to move in silence. I'm asking you to simply just do one thing. Don't announce your moves. Let your accomplishments and your actions announce your arrival. And when you get there, let those who doubted you know that it was hard work. It was a lot of patience. It was a lot of tears, some sweat, maybe even a little blood, but you did it and you made it and you survived. So instead of moving in all this noise, instead of announcing every time you move left or you move right, simply just move and wait for everybody to see your arrival. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, and if you don't do nothing else, please do your research.
Man, don't be no chump like my man Luigi tells you. Hey, man, we thank you for joining us right here, Detroit Lions on the Probably Your Home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And you know I got to tell for you, whatever you're doing in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For the panel, this is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon. We love you, Jim.